Mainly because of unfinished business. When I first got onto council, we knew that the infrastructure was in a pretty dire strait. You could tell that by there was more water running down the streets than probably out of taps. So we spent the first 3 years trying to get a gauge on what the infrastructure was like. And after 3 years, we sort of accumulated some asset management plans and set a course for where we think we should be. We're sort of a fair way through that at the moment. We're starting to see a few results. What drives me is getting the council infrastructure back to where it should be. I believe that the council's role is to manage the infrastructure for the ratepayers and keep it in as good a condition as it can be. Affordability. I can see the hurt that the ratepayers are going through, but it's a real balancing act between keeping levels of service where they should be and affordability. Now there's two ways of meeting this. One is by increasing income. Well, we can't increase the rates anymore. There's too much pain involved in that. So we've got to look for external funding. To date, we've done really well in that department and it's got to continue. The other way is by decreasing costs, and the way to do this is to only rate for the basics. Experience. I've had 3 terms in council so far. The first term was just learn. It takes you a term to learn how everything works. Everything binds together with long-term plans, annual reports, strategies, policies and what have you. The last 2 terms I've been chair of the Finance and Infrastructure Committee, so I've got a pretty good brief on how the council operates now and where the funding comes from and how it can be used. And secondly, I've been 15 years as company accountant at Centralines, so I've got a real good knowledge on what level of capital expenditure is needed to keep maintenance costs at the right level.